He's way above the canopy of the bamboo. So if he falls, hopefully these bamboo, the small branches will slow his fall. That's his mother. Now this is basically why I can't get too much done. See the top of the telephone pole? Now look to your right. Right there. That's a cat. Said cat has been in that tree. He's on... I don't know when he got up there, but I heard meowing a day and a half ago. So not yesterday evening, we're the morning hours of the following day. So he's like hour 30 something. Now, I didn't know he was in the tree yesterday. It was only last night that I found him. But I knew that he was meowing in the area, so I'm assuming he was already up there. And it's a better view of said cat. When I tried to put the ladder up there, he shimmied higher up the tree. So his forward works, but his reverse is not functioning. Now yesterday, I don't listen to the news at all, so I don't know, but I think it was a pretty hot day. So he's not going to make it too much longer. So I've got this half-baked idea. I'm going to go up that ladder, which is not sitting straight. If I make it to the top, I'm then going to put this in the fork of the tree. That should give him a good landing if he were to get the courage to start coming down and then jump towards the center of the tree. It's still a long way for him, but that's all I can think of. Okay, I've been up the ladder once and I tied off the top of the ladder with the rope, so it's tied to the tree. I don't like heights at all. It doesn't look very high, but add to this like 30 pounds of carpeting, and then the bamboo spikes sticking out of the ground. That'll make for a pleasant landing. I left the ladder sitting up all night. I've seen cats go up and down ladders. It didn't work. Let's go look upstairs. Let's go look up top. Upstairs. I guess it's upstairs if he's making an apartment out of this. I wish I could be a little higher up, but we've got our burlapish, whatever they call this kind of rug, sewn in India by hand. It's in place. The problem is our kitten is still way up there. Meow. He might say something. Well, you can definitely see us. Unfortunately, if gravity were to take him, he would kind of miss the target. But the way the tree is leaning over all the bamboo. I wonder if the bamboo leaves would help his descend. I don't want to say fall. He might hear us. It doesn't seem that far down, does it? That's all I can think of now. Later on, I'm gonna go get a painter's pole, and using a painter's pole in a small bucket or something, I will get water up to him. I really have a lot of other stuff to do. Believe it or not, I have a main sewer line clogged today that needs attention. Before I can do that, I have a couple of refrigerators to move. So being up in this tree on this lovely day, it's not really gonna get houses rented out. No luck. It's been a few hours and our hero is still up in the tree. No sign of coming down. At this point, he's getting close to, oh, how many hours he has at least 6 more hours before I can say he's been up there 48 hours. So that's too long without water. And this is my next plan. Now you see this end. Hold on a second. Coming into view is this. I should be able to get water into that and then get it up the tree. It's a wide mouth. I always order the large egg drop soup, thank goodness. Huh? And then my idea to put the carpet up there, give him a landing, that didn't work. You know, this is a lot like hostage negotiation. You never really know what they're thinking. Okay, it's nothing like hostage negotiation, but it's important. I gotta get that cat out of there. I can't have him in that sun all day. And not sure what else to do. Alright, let's go up the tree. I've taken the water and put it into the watering bowl. And he's way up there. I can reach him if he lets me. That's the problem. He might get frightened by this. And rightfully so. I mean, I'm frightened. So he's probably 30 feet up. And 30 feet doesn't sound like much. In fact, when I was in elementary school, 30 feet was the recommended social distancing to keeping away from girls with cooties. But I can promise you that when you get 30 feet in the air, most people would already have white knuckles and be a little bit nervous, or a lot bit nervous. A quick adjustment to the plan. I put ham, sliced ham, in the bamboo. Hopefully the scent will make him think like, oh, I don't need to run away from this. But so far he's just been running from my ideas. Running from my ideas. That should be the actual name of this channel. Well, I got it up to him and everything was fine, and I thought I was about to watch him drink a little bit, and then he moved up the tree a little, so I stopped. I've got the bamboo and the water tied off. It was splashing a little bit, so hopefully there's something up there for him. The one good thing is he's got plenty of strength still. I don't know exactly what to do. It's kind of harder to find witty things to say. This has me kind of worried.
And well, the heat of the day is passing. We got that going for us. I left a can of open cat food at the base of the ladder, thinking that the smell might, attract him. And it was here for a while. One of the other cats in the neighborhood came by and ate it all. It's survival of the fittest in this world. Alright, I've got my head cranked way back and I'm leaning backwards on this ladder, and I don't like heights whatsoever. I think I'm going to assume that I startled him, and if I walk away, maybe he'll calm a little bit. I know there's water still in that bottle, and the ham, he must surely smell the ham. There's nothing else up there to smell. Well, you know what that machine is, right? And how about that machine? Well, if you need those two machines, you're definitely doing this. While I was up in a tree trying to lure a kitten down, a friend took care of this. Whole house line was backed up. So the problem was, this house is 1961, I think. So call it 60 years. The clean out was cast iron and it wasn't budging. I put a pipe wrench on that was from here, reached all the way to here, and I couldn't get enough leverage on it. So my idea was to cut this out, support the pipes up above, cut this out, and then I've got one more idea coming. But right now nothing's glued. A friend of mine cleared the main line. You can't imagine how much help it is to have like someone show up for a few hours. When you're constantly working by yourself, and then even just someone to hold your hand from time to time. But in this particular case, all the work was done by my friend. But I came prepared. I had the tools, all the fittings, except for the pipe. A friend of mine, Jim, gave me some extra pipe. I don't know what you pay for having a plumber come out, but this didn't cost anything. These are materials that are just left over from something else. So technically they cost somebody something, but I bet you these materials came to me for free. Even the strap that's holding the original piping up. Let's go see what the status is with that cat, because he's now close to 24 hours up in that tree. So I'm getting down the ladder. I said earlier he's 30 feet up in the air. It doesn't really sound like much. I mean, there are a lot of cars that are 16 feet long, trucks and trailers that go into the 20s. Doesn't seem like much. Well, there's this really cool channel. It's called Guilty of Treason. That's such a cool name too. Anyway, the Guilty of Treason guys, those guys go way up in the trees. And you know how people exaggerate numbers and distances and whatnot? Well, this climber, he was up in a tree 150 feet. Now that even, you might have the culprit. This is actually his mother. Mothers are always worried. Back to the story. So he was up in the air 150 feet. And you're watching this and you know he's up there, but is it really 150 feet? Well, he pulls out this gadget that sends a beam down to the ground and measures it. I'll tell you what, 150 feet would make most people cry. It's just like when you go on one of those NASCAR race car rides, and you think like, what's the big deal about zipping around a track? Like, what do they go, 200 miles an hour? I'm not a huge fan of that, but I've heard people say that once they do go close to 200 miles an hour, they want nothing more to do with it. I'm a slow driver. Can you see him? He's running out of tree. So he can't go much higher. He's a pretty young cat, so he may have not used up many of his 9 lives. Let's hope he doesn't use one of them up here. I still think it'd be scary, but if he came down on that bamboo, it's so thick that maybe it would break his fall. I've seen squirrels land out of trees. They get shooken up a little bit.